Mike Regal is a 25-year-old rapper-producer hybrid. The Milwaukee artist puts hard work into his own sound while making sure others have quality production for theirs. The space you see right now belongs to Mammoth, a local producer Mike often collaborates with. And since it's his territory, I'll let Mammoth show you around.
Yeah, here's a vocal booth. I actually built this myself, pretty much where all the magic happens. And out here is kind of acts as the control room and the lounge area. My other turntable is put away right now, but here's my DJ setup. Technique 1200s, Pioneer mixer, gets the job done. My little vinyl collection. Actually got a lot of those out of dumpsters behind half-price books, even more half-price. Here's my machine controller for where I do all my beat making.
While Mike has the expertise to produce his own music, he doesn't have a problem playing passenger. It gives him the ability to pinpoint the exact sound he wants without worrying about the technical hassle.
Me being a rapper, I don't always want to just, rap on, my beats all the time. There's certain things that I know that are my specialties that I usually, when I go to another producer, it's because they specialize in something that I'm not as good at.
And that's where Mike and Mammoth play off one another, with Mike giving directions and Mammoth taking the wheel.
Give it a right where I say, right where that part said, give it. I like how you did that before on the other song where he's like, give it a second, I think about it, like that.
All this fine tuning eventually culminates with Mike performing the songs live.
Premonitions mean I seen it for it happen. These fools is actors really living what I'm rapping. Premonitions mean I seen it for it happen. What? These fools is actors really living what I'm rapping.
Mike had a recent performance at Mad Planet. The show's date was synonymous with a tragic event that has had a major impact on Mike and his music, something he shared with the crowd.
I feel blessed to be performing on such a tragic day. 9 years ago today, I lost my dad, and ever since then, I've been a different person.
All right.
But that happening made me the person that you see today. So I'll do this for you, Mike. Make some noise for me. Give it up, give it up, give it up.
The Mad Planet performance had a lot of energy from Mike and the crowd alike, forming a bond between the two. New York, LA, Chicago, and Atlanta are all hip-hop meccas, but Mike's confident Milwaukee is consistently becoming a place for up-and-coming creatives.
It's a lot of artists from here making some big moves, making a lot of noise in very big places. You know what I mean? And it's like, I've been a lot of different places performing, and I don't hear a sound like ours. I don't hear the, the eclectic culture. Like, that's what it is here. So many different flavors here. But it's like, just the versatility of how you can put things together with different styles of artists here. I don't see that anywhere else. And we're starting to really get a magnifying glass on us, and it's getting very close to that time where one of us gonna break through that door, and then we just gonna bum rush. And it's something that the world is ready to hear. They just gotta find us, we gotta find them.
Anthony is a close friend of Mike's. They've been friends for 6 years now, and if anyone has witnessed Mike's progression, it's him.
I noticed how much his performance has leveled up. And this performance kind of just explained everything that I've been feeling. Like, he's really taken his performance to a next level. He's doing a lot of things that artists cannot possibly do right now as far as a live performance and the crowd interaction that he gets. I mean, Mike's performances are awesome at the end of the day. Right now, they've been good in the past, but they're awesome.
I appreciate all the love. I am Mike Regal. Thank you very much. Until next time, Mad Planet.
In the growing search for success, Mike has hit some notable milestones in his career. He earned a great deal of respect for his performances at Milwaukee's Milltown Beatdown.
Is a competition where it's like a battle with producers, similar to how rappers battle. They go back and forth with verses and shit. So we go back and forth with beats that are a minute long, they kind of would just be like, you know, if you like producer A, make some noise. If you like producer B, make noise. You know?
Mammoth told him about the competition and encouraged him to sign up back in 2013. Accepting the idea, Mike became an official contender in the Milltown Beatdown. The 2013 Beatdown was a new experience for Mike. Not knowing what to expect, he brought sounds that just weren't enough to win over the crowd.
I still lost because he had me more on the sonic quality, and Bubba performed his beats live, like he did his drum patterns live on his beat pad. So plus he brought more people, you know, so the crowd is major, so you have to bring as many people as you can. You know, that kind of hit me kind of hard, kind of doubted myself a little bit when I did it.
With the self-doubt after losing the Beatdown, it took a bit more pride in to get Mike back for the next year. He eventually re-entered and became the Milltown Beatdown champion 2 years in a row.
I mean, that year, 2014, I was super focused. I was like, you know, I'm just going to really come in there with some hard tracks. I'm going to perform and get the crowd interactive. I had been doing a lot of rap performances, so that taught me a little more about interacting with crowds and knowing what people want to hear more and how to get them more interactive with what I'm doing.
A.R. Wesley is a fellow Milwaukee-based rapper who works closely with Mike. A.R. values Mike's work ethic, especially the goal-oriented traits that drives Mike as a creator.
Since I met him, he set goals, and the goals that he set, he's serious about them. So like, you know, when I first met him, he had just lost the first Beatdown, and you know, one thing he was constantly telling me every time we got up, like, I'm not losing again, I'm not losing again. And then the next two, he won.
Mike continues to evolve his sound and crank out music. With the combination of having someone like Mammoth to work with and Mike having his own space, the workflow is that much more effective.
I kind of felt like at the time I was starting to feel trapped creatively, being in the crib working. You know, it's like, it's too easy to relax. It's too easy to get distracted. And then, like, you know, I was just blessed with the opportunity to come in here, like, soon as I was starting to feel like that. And it just, like, it helped all of us, you know. It's like a place where we all come in here and rehearse. It's a place where we all come in here and, like, pregame, you know, like, we come in here just to get away from regular life sometimes, you know what I mean? Some of us got stuff going on so much that it only shuts down when we hear.
There's nobody that I would want to work with more, like, my whole career than Mike. That doesn't have to do with production. It has to do with, like, just who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he real. He always give me a 100% honest opinion.
Mike always, like, progressed. Like, he always worked harder than anybody I've ever known. Even me. Like, even when I was an artist, like, he pushed me to be so much better than what I was. Because I knew how, like, I knew when I wasn't working that he was working. You know, that was just how Mike worked.
Rapping and producing is a way of life for Mike Regal. I asked him if there was any other option outside of rapping, and he had this to say.
Not really. I feel like that's why I chase it so much. You know, of course, I want to be a basketball star, but I don't feel like that's going to happen, of course. But I just feel like this was my gift. This is what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like, I don't really see anything else as an option. Like, it's just so natural that it's something I know I'm supposed to be doing.
For Media Milwaukee, I'm Montel Allen.